What I am building right now is a player detector that has almost a 75 block range. Here is how the player detector works. The further away you get from redstone, the more it starts to act up until it completely unloads. This player detector is able to detect whenever it is loaded or unloaded. Whenever the pistons are moving, that means it is loaded in. However, whenever it stops moving or the redstone blocks disappear altogether, that means it is unloaded. Using this principle, you can make two types of player detectors. One that detects if you're in the region, and another that sends off a short pulse only if you leave the region and go back in the region. It's pretty cool, and both are extremely useful. To actually build this, I highly recommend applying this texture pack by Foxy No-Tail. The link will be in the description. It shows chunk borders, as you can see here. To explain it a little bit more, the player detectors work off of simulation distance. My simulation distance is at 4 chunks, so 4 chunks away, the player detectors will start to actually send out outputs. This means that the player detectors are programmable based off of your simulation distance. If you have a PC and can change your simulation distance, you can make them have more or less range. To build this, I highly recommend building it in the center of a chunk so that way it doesn't get cut off by the chunk border and make the redstone mess up. Once you have built this, you should have a pretty goofy redstone clock. This is the main basis that is used for this player detector. Place a block here and another block next to it. Then place a 4-tick repeater and a second 4-tick repeater. They should stay on from the pistons. This is going to send a signal out in that direction, so make sure that's the correct direction you want it to go. You can also make it go on the other side facing the other way. Just basically build what I built on this side. Anyways, place 2 blocks and then place 2 redstone torches. It's kind of weird. They have to be redstone torches. You can't cut corners and skip this part. Then place a lever or something to keep the redstone on, and place a long redstone line to wherever it needs to be. Once you get pretty far, you have 2 options. You can either turn around and be dumb like I did and break the source so you can see whenever it actually starts working, or you could check and see if you went farther enough simply by looking at it, or by counting the chunk borders. Once you have that, you should have a really overpowered player detector. It is like millions of uses, and you may want to have redstone torches here and there to flip-flop the signal. Just make sure they actually are loaded in. If you would like to build the other one that isn't just a regular region detector and only detects you if you unload and reload it, just do the steps as followed. It's mostly the same, except you have these sticky pistons here attached to redstone blocks, and then you just extend the signal to wherever you want it, and then hopefully it should work. For the record, I've tried this player detector on servers and other things like that, and it's successful on servers. Anyways, you should subscribe for more cool redstone stuff like this, and comment if you have any ideas for other videos.